Zahrie Walls wasn't just any hairstylist. She was a magician with scissors and a master of beauty. Her salon, Z-Style Suites, was a haven in Chicago, where people came to transform not just in appearance but in confidence. Known online as Z Money, she had over 70,000 followers, hanging on every hair tutorial, every glow-up post, and every candid selfie. But for Zahrie, her journey was more than business. It was purpose. Every weave she laid, every edge she slayed, was done in memory of her best friend, Kenneka Jenkins. Kenneka's mysterious death in a hotel freezer back in 2017 left a hole in Zahrie's heart. She even tattooed Kenneka's name on her arm, promising to make her proud. Welcome to Trending Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more trending stories. Born and raised in the heart of Chicago, Zahrie built her empire from the ground up, establishing her salon, Z-Style Suites, as a sanctuary of transformation and empowerment. Known online as Z Money, her bold personality and unmatched skill earned her a loyal following of over 70,000 on Instagram. But it wasn't just her scissors that cut deep, it was her story. Her journey was fueled by loss. In 2017, her best friend, Kenneka Jenkins, died in a widely publicized and mysterious hotel incident. The tragedy shattered Zahrie, but also ignited something powerful in her. She vowed to live life to the fullest, not just for herself, but for Kenneka too. Every twist, braid, and wig installed became an act of honor. Every laugh she shared online masked a wound she carried silently. Through the years, she made waves in Chicago's beauty scene, catching the eyes of influencers and celebrities. Women traveled from other states just to get the Z Money touch. Her salon wasn't just a business, it was a community hub. Clients described her as a therapist, a cheerleader, and a visionary. She mentored younger stylists, offering them booths, advice, and opportunity. By 2025, she was planning her own product line, edge control, lace glue, and branded hair extensions. Her story was just beginning. That's what made June 21st, 2025, so unthinkable. The first weekend of summer, and a day meant for celebration, turned into a nightmare that would shake Chicago to its core. Zahrie had joined a group of close friends for a luxury yacht party on Lake Michigan. The sun was blazing, music was pumping, and everyone was ready for a day of joy. For a woman who had worked non-stop to build her dreams, this was a well-deserved break. But no one knew it would be her last. Black Yacht Weekend was an annual Chicago tradition, a chance for Black professionals, creatives, and influencers to unwind on the lake. Zahrie had been looking forward to it for weeks. It was her time to celebrate her hard work and reconnect with close friends. She stepped onto the yacht that Saturday wearing a bright yellow two-piece outfit, her braids pulled into a sleek high bun. Her smile radiated joy. She looked like summer itself. The yacht was filled with music, laughter, champagne, and people she trusted. Friends captured videos of her dancing, posing, and toasting to life. At one point, she went live on Instagram, showing off the water, the skyline, and her flawless look. "Z Money on the lake, let's vibe," she said, raising her cup. The group danced to Afro beats and R&B. Someone brought out sparklers and the mood was electric. It was
things Zahrie loved: sun, friends, music, and style. She joked that she needed the day off before launching her new wig line the following week. But beneath the surface of the lake, danger waited. Around mid-afternoon, Zahrie either jumped or fell into the water. Accounts differ. Some said she slipped, others claimed she dove in playfully. Lake Michigan, however, is not a swimming pool. It's cold, vast, and has deadly currents even on seemingly calm days. Almost instantly, the mood shifted. Screams shattered the music. People rushed to the edge of the yacht. Zahrie had disappeared beneath the waves. Several friends jumped into the lake in a desperate attempt to save her. They screamed her name, scanning the water, diving repeatedly. The yacht crew tossed flotation devices. Chaos erupted. Lake Michigan's waters are deceptively deadly. Despite the sunny surface, strong undercurrents and sudden drop-offs make it one of the most dangerous lakes in the country. Even strong swimmers can be overwhelmed. In those terrifying moments, hope clung to chaos. The party stopped. Someone dialed 911. Emergency services were already en route, but minutes stretched into a nightmare. Everyone aboard was praying she would pop back up, gasping and laughing, saying, "I'm good." But that moment never came. As the reality of Zahrie's disappearance set in, the yacht became a scene of grief and panic. Several passengers, still dripping from failed rescue attempts, wept openly. Others paced the deck, calling out her name in vain. The captain contacted the Coast Guard. Chicago's Police Marine Unit arrived shortly after, along with dive teams and rescue boats. Helicopters circled above. The search became urgent. Divers entered the murky water near the yacht. The currents made visibility poor. Rescue personnel used sonar to try to locate her quickly. Her friends stood, helpless, watching from the deck, some still in swimsuits and others wrapped in towels, their faces etched with shock. Meanwhile, the news had started to spread on social media. Zahrie's name popped up on local influencers' stories. Some viewers thought it was a prank, others hoped it was a misunderstanding. But back on the lake, time was running out. The rescue continued for over an hour. Search crews combed the lake, methodically canvassing an increasingly wide radius. Around 5:15 p.m., Zahrie was finally located beneath the surface and pulled from the water. She had been underwater far too long. Paramedics rushed her to Northwestern Memorial Hospital. En route, they tried to resuscitate her. Her family had already been alerted and raced to the emergency room, clinging to hope. But the moment she arrived, doctors knew it was grim. Just before 6 p.m., hospital staff pronounced Zahrie Walls dead. News spread like wildfire. Word reached her friends on the yacht first. Someone screamed. Others collapsed in disbelief. On Instagram, her live story was still up. Her smile, forever frozen on screen, was now a ghost. Fans, clients, and fellow stylists flooded her page with heartbroken messages. "This can't be real," one user wrote. "Please, no." Her death felt impossible. Within minutes of the news breaking, social media lit up. Friends, followers, and celebrities who had worked with Zahrie were in disbelief. Her final Instagram story, of her dancing on the yacht just hours earlier, was now haunting. People replayed it, hoping it was all a misunderstanding. Rapper Asian Doll, influencers, and Chicago stylists posted tributes. Hashtags like #RestInPeaceZMoney and #Zahrie Walls trended. Her DMs filled with crying emojis and unanswered questions. People couldn't wrap their heads around it. How could someone so full of life be gone so suddenly? Her clients shared before and after photos she had worked magic on. "She changed my life," one wrote. "Z-Money gave me confidence I never had." But the most heartbreaking posts came from her family.
Alpha, my baby. I knew she was was special when I first gave birth to her. I was only 19 years old. I just knew I didn't want my baby to struggle the way I.
Zahrie's mother, devastated, posted a photo of them together. Zahrie smiling in a black silk bonnet, kissing her on the cheek. "My baby," the caption read, followed by broken hearts. The pain was unbearable. Family members gathered at her mother's home, many still in shock. She was the light of their lives, the baby of the family, the dreamer who turned her passion into a legacy. Zahrie had promised to take her mother to Dubai later that year. Now her mother was picking out a funeral dress. Grief counselors arrived to support the family, but no words could soothe what had been lost. As news outlets began covering Zahrie's story, many drew connections to her late best friend, Kenneka Jenkins. In 2017, Kenneka was found dead in a hotel freezer in Rosemont, Illinois, a case still surrounded by mystery and speculation. Zahrie had never truly healed. She posted about Kenneka every year, keeping her spirit alive. Her Instagram bio even featured a tribute. "Long live KJ." Now people whispered, how could both girls, best friends, die under such tragic and confusing circumstances? Some said maybe it was fate. Others believed it was spiritual. But all agreed it was cruel. A candlelight vigil was held at the harbor a few days after her passing. Dozens of people showed up, many dressed in yellow, the color Zahrie had worn that day. They brought candles, sunflowers, and handwritten notes. People spoke about her light, her laughter, and her ambition. Someone played her favorite Beyoncé track. A hairstylist brought scissors tied with a ribbon. Yet in the silence, one question echoed. What exactly happened on that yacht? Witness accounts varied. Some friends said Zahrie jumped in to cool off. Others said she slipped while dancing. Some speculated she may not have been able to swim. The yacht's crew gave their statements to investigators. The boat's cameras were reviewed. Authorities ruled it an accidental drowning, but not everyone was satisfied. Rumors spiraled online. Conspiracy theories emerged, especially from those still unsettled about Kenneka Jenkins' case. People demanded transparency. Still, no signs of foul play were reported. 3 days before the yacht party, Zahrie had done what would unknowingly be her last installer. A flawless, honey-blonde lace front on a bride-to-be. The woman later shared, "She made me feel like a queen. I didn't know I'd be her final client." Clients reminisced about the way Zahrie would talk them through hard days while she did their hair. For many, she wasn't just a stylist, she was a healer. Her salon, Style Suites, shut down for a week in mourning. Staff left her chair untouched. Her mother spoke through tears. She lit up every room. She was my sunshine. Zahrie's legacy will not die with her. I hope her family continue the work she started. Lake Michigan was calm again, but for those who loved Zahrie, its waters now held sorrow. Some of her friends refused to step foot near the harbor again. Others returned to the yacht location to toss flowers into the water, whispering goodbye. Despite official reports, some still question what really happened that day. Could she have been saved faster? Was safety enforced on the yacht? Were the right life vests available? Authorities stand by the conclusion, accidental drowning. But her fans continue to share theories, memories, and tributes online. Every few days, her Instagram still gains followers. In a world filled with noise, Zahrie's silence is deafening. Her name is still whispered across Chicago, her impact still felt, her story still told. To her family we say, may you find peace. May your hearts one day heal from the unimaginable. You raised a legend, Zahrie Walls. Money, forever loved, forever missed. Rest in peace.